Hello, my name's Lewis Tyler, Managing Editor of International Fire and Safety Journal and Fire Safety Journal Americas. It's day 2 here at the Fire Safety event. Delighted to be on the Quelfire stand with Glenn Hutchins of the technical team for Quelfire. Glenn, firstly, thanks for joining us, having us here also. How are you finding the show?
Yeah, it's been excellent. Some great conversations with existing customers and a lot of new prospects as well. It's been excellent.
So from your perspective, what are the kind of key exhibits that you're showing at FSE this year?
Yeah, so we've got some examples of our products installed, which is fairly sort of standard. We have that on most shows. This year we've also got a very big exhibit of our Quell Selector tool, which has proved very popular, quite a big touchscreen. We've got a bit of a competition going, just really to demonstrate the solutions that we've got. So yeah, that's been very popular this year.
And you guys have got your finger on the pulse as to the industry. Obviously, you're very prevalent in what you guys do. So in terms of challenges within the passive fire sector, what are you seeing as those key challenges and how are you going about kind of addressing them?
Yeah, sure. So we're seeing speaking to a lot of existing customers, so fire stopping contractors in the industry, a lot of challenges with remedial works, existing buildings with existing services installed that are not correctly fire stopped. Obviously a massive challenge, existing building with services, people living in there, that's a huge safety risk, life safety risk. There's not always solutions available to fire stop everything. If surfaces haven't been installed correctly to accommodate tested fire stopping details, they can't be correctly fire stopped. So what we're trying to push and promote, particularly for new build, is early engagement, design the building around the tested solutions that are available to avoid this sort of thing happening in the future. It's always going to be a problem for existing buildings. That's unfortunate. There's a lot of challenges in that market, but trying to avoid that going forward, stop it from happening in the future. So early engagement, design buildings around the tested solutions that are available is what we're doing our best to promote to avoid those challenges.
And I think IFSJ, Quelfire, we've worked together for 6-7 years now, something like that. I think it's fair to say we know how you guys work, but just for maybe clients, companies that haven't worked with you before, how would you say that, what makes you different and how you prepare and how you kind of address the industry?
Yeah, good question. Maybe a bit difficult to answer, but I think we really push and promote tested solutions, not necessarily to say that others don't, but yeah, just pushing that tested solution. Absolutely, it's either a tested solution or it's not, and if it's not being wishy-washy around that answer. It's not you could do something. It's either it's tested or it's not, and that leads to absolute compliance, and that's what we're pushing for and promoting. Also, testing and development. We're constantly developing new solutions. Again, not to say that others aren't doing that, but I think we really lead the industry in that, developing and testing new solutions. We've got a huge scope of tested solutions. I genuinely believe more than others that are out there. So I think that's really what sets us apart, is that scope of solutions for fire stopping service penetrations.
One thing I'm asking all exhibitors, obviously events like this are really key, not just for the here and now, but for the future in terms of feedback for products and what the industry needs.
Yeah.
How have you found feedback at the show this time round?
Yeah, it's been good. Again, a lot of installers, fire stopping contractors, as I mentioned before. It's just that opportunity to meet a lot of those people in, I would say, quite a relaxed environment. The sort of daily pressures of other things going on, people kind of set that aside when they come to an event like this. You do get a lot of good conversations, obviously a lot of conversations in a short period of time. Obviously you can contact those customers or those people outside of an event like this, but you just don't quite get the same volume of conversations, the same vibe and the same sort of feel. So yeah, these events are absolutely brilliant for us, getting that feedback. We can have that face-to-face conversation, putting a face to a lot of names. Obviously, we have a lot of conversations day to day, and just getting to meet those people and showing them physically. It's always better to speak face-to-face and show those things and discuss things. So, yeah.
We discussed earlier kind of topics that we'd talk about here, and I think I said to you I'd love to hear about what you want people to come away from your stand thinking about. I'm going to catch you on your toes here slightly because I'd like to flip that. What do you want to come away with when you leave this show? What are the things you look for in a successful event?
Good question. I guess I would say we have quite good brand recognition in the industry, but just more, we obviously massively promote education and It's absolutely, commercial does not come first for us. It's about that life safety first and foremost. So yes, obviously people are here to develop the commercial side of the brand, but it's more about just education and awareness, making people more aware of the tested solutions, how to access them and find them, make it more readily available to people, and make sure people understand that. And just people know us, they know that they can reach out to us, they know who we are. After an event like this, they've got that personal acquaintance with us. They can reach out, they're more comfortable speaking to us, or at least I'd hope that's what I'd like people to have, that personal. They feel they know us a bit more personally, they're more comfortable reaching out, asking for help when it comes to technical queries and things like that. That's what I would hope.
So, not to put words in your mouth here, so I flipped it and I put you on your toes there, so apologies, but going back to the original question, what do you hope people come away from your stand thinking? It seems to me that going away from that commercial aspect, it's almost education. You want people to go away from the stand and know a little bit more than they did before when they joined.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, know a bit more about what solutions are available. More importantly, how they can access them, how they can access support and find them and get answers to their questions.
Perfect. Glenn, thank you.
Thanks, Lewis.